There's my Uncle Joe walking down the street after having a conversation with this girl over at this house over here. That's my Uncle Joe. There he is. My Uncle Joe. There he goes. He don't stop by here. Wonder why. Yeah, that was my Uncle Joe. I'd know him anywhere. It was him. So let's talk about our Uncle Joe, not why he's in the neighborhood for whatever reason, our neighborhood. Just to, by chance, see him out there. Let's talk about something more pertinent to me. Let's talk about his son. Let's talk about his son, little Joe. Let's talk about how, well, to be quite honest, his mama was a crackhead, little Joe. And, well, our uncle couldn't watch him. He had my grandmother watch him while she was a waitress at the restaurant. They put him in the kitchen in a fucking playpen in the restaurant. Let's get beyond all that. Eventually, he was given to my aunt. They never fucking told him he was adopted. They weren't going to. They didn't plan on it, and that was illegal. You could say that was what was done with me. I had to figure it out myself. I told that boy at 9 years old he was adopted, and I didn't figure out myself for myself until I was fucking 44. So you might ask, why doesn't Uncle Joe pay us a visit when they come on over and hang out for an hour or so? Make smoke a doobie or something, whatever, just to hang out. No, we don't want him around because he's too much of a fucking crackhead. He'll come in here and be all exclamative about their moving cameras and shit. That's why his families broke up, because they couldn't keep the fucking pipe off the table when the social worker showed up. As well, and it's not just that he'll say there are cameras everywhere and they're coming and moving all the time. No, he'll do all kind of stupid tinkering shit, spit on my basement floor, all kind of stupid fucking shit you wouldn't even do at your own house and aggravate your own fucking family with. I guess there's a place for everything, yeah. Not fucking here anymore. So let me get on to what's bothering me, or, well, it isn't really per se bothering me. It's an issue that I should have to deal with eventually. I mean, I have the rest of my life. My Uncle Joe and my Uncle Bill and my Uncle John, we'll say it this way, witnessed the murder of my mother. As a matter of fact, they fucking did it. They all but did it themselves. Then they burned her. Then they abducted me. This is the truth, guys. This is the absolute fucking truth of my life. So the grandmother let him get away with it and gave me to my aunt, which lives in this house with me. You can take that as delusion. You can take it as bullshit. You can take it any way you fucking want it. I told the police and they told me I was fucking crazy and sent me back home to my surrogate mother on the front porch, yelling angrily at me to get in the house within earshot of the police, who told me there ain't gonna be no follow-up. Well, we're having fucking follow-up. This is it. And I thought of one more thing that should be on the record, for the record, and that's, well, when they murdered my mother with a chef's knife to her abdomen and then threw kerosene all over her and me and our documents and lit the fucking place ablaze. It wasn't just the one uncle's doing. He told the other uncles to help him. They were gonna let me burn. That's attempted fucking murder. My surrogate pulled me out of that flaming fucking mess. They tried to kill me too. Furthermore, I shouldn't have to see that motherfucker. I'm all wound up now. Let me go take my fucking Delta 8. Whereas, I probably wouldn't have fucking needed to today. You might think it's just your uncle, calm down. But I'll go right back to, I shouldn't see that motherfucker anywhere. Check this out. The first word I learned how to spell was kerosene, and I did it on my own. Out of cordiality and couth, I will mention, he's been alright most of our lives. In fact, all of our lives. He's been okay, cool dude, I guess. Would never do shit for anyone. Let me get on to it. When I asked him if I could stay at his fucking house, he booted me out the fucking door because I didn't get sent out there labor ready 4 hours later. In the freezing fucking cold when I was homeless. Yeah, what a fucking dick. But anyway, beside that, people do what they gotta do. They have their own wants. And they don't give a shit about anybody else. I get that. But that's probably the only place he's from to me. That's a lie too, but we'll go with that. We'll say it that way. The thing is, now he's not fucking right in himself, in his head, with what he's doing. I don't need that around me. I get it. That's my surrogate mom's only piece of fucking family left that she trusts. I get that. I'll let that be said. I'll also put in a video that, at a time, this girl that I was with at one time was with my cousin, and I went over and stayed with them. That was right after my uncle kicked me out. Yeah. Pretty sure. Or right before. Who cares? My cousin was abusing the fucking shit out of her. My uncle went over there and had it out with him and had her leave there and go live with him because I told him about it, and I couldn't do shit about it. I could have, but, it didn't seem like my place. So I told somebody, and then, I was going to see what happened from there. Tell somebody else because I didn't like the shit. I wanted to do something about it. Well, he did something about it. And they lived together for years and fucking years and fucking years. You think I wanted her back? Not really, no. I could kind of give a shit less. But she was dragged into that crack shit, and it ruined her fucking life. He should be guilty of that. Whether it be in himself only, I guess. But that's just a fucking thought, too. Drugs ruin people's lives. They do. And not to really be anyone who spreads anyone's business or anything, but my uncle, he's also a diddler. Yeah, drugs aren't the only reason his kids were taken away from him. And along with that is the greed and the, let's call it psychotic notion that, you should just be all hella fucking crazy and do whatever the fuck you want because you can get away with it. Like one of my uncles tried to rape my mother, and she said no, so they killed her. And nobody will believe me. How fucked up is that? They told me in the inpatient, they asked me, if we get a DNA test, will you address the whole thing? Will you calm the fuck down about it? I told them, yeah, here it is a couple months later. Like I said in the last fucking video, here I fucking sit with nothing. Thanks to my clinic for fucking nothing, for making me into even more of a piece of useless fucking garbage. Thanks a lot. I've been a clown, I've been a monkey, you motherfuckers turned me into the shit. Here I am. And I could be mistaken, but 3 days ago I went out to check the mail, and this person who was walking the dog, not the girl that was there, different girl, I could have swore when I was about to close the door, she said loudly across the street, shouted, Ted! I could have swore that's what she fucking said, so you know what I did? I went ahead and continued to close the motherfucking door. Nobody fucking knows me anymore. It's probably for the best. Why the fuck am I all nervous? Because I saw my uncle across the street. That's a good fucking question, isn't it? And let's assume, just assume, the girl across the street, the other girl from a couple days ago, really did say my name. I can only fucking imagine because my uncle's over there talking to the people. You know, right? Right? So if I were to put two and two together, I'd be convinced that I'm living in a neighborhood made for crackheads to be in. Especially with all the drug activity. And, you know, what's he there for? You can only imagine. You can only guess. It's probably something to do with dope. I'm sick of seeing it, sick of hearing about it, sick of knowing about it, sick of knowing people that are on the shit. And should I be nervous or paranoid that people are watching me or some shit or no? And I'm not, because why the fuck should I care? I blame this all on you. As much as I stupidly fucking love and cared about you, it was all your fault. And that's the truth.